program is growing by leaps and bounds from the first year I was here. I was 3 years ago. I barely had enough to have a varsity squad. Now my JV squad is overflowing. The varsity squad is able to pick the best athletes and utilize the best athletes and their talents in order to play. The beginning of the season, we've had major injuries. My defense from last year ended up with one player left, and the midfield sort of the same type of way, and we had to rebuild on the fly. So we had our toughest opponents out of our first, 3 of our first 9 games. And those didn't go too well, but we utilized them as learning experience in order to teach the players to play defense and play midfield, which they were unaccustomed to at that time.
I started coaching a little bit in high school, coaching for the youth soccer program in my area, played intramurals in college, and I'm excited to officially begin my high school coaching career here at Burncoat. So obviously the main point of junior varsity is to get them ready for the varsity team. So Coach Mark and I often talk about his expectations for the girls, and my goal is to just get them prepared for whatever he needs. We work on a lot of skill building, a lot of teamwork, and honestly, at this point in the season, I want them to be having as much fun as possible, learning as much as possible, and they're improving immensely, so it's working.
Coming to high school, I started in 8th grade. I was on varsity at the time. We did not have a JV team, and then ever since then, I've been starting on varsity, and I've been captain since sophomore year, and it's just been a great experience seeing all the new faces and girls growing up with the sport. It's really impressive to see how much they've grown in a few years, and it makes me really proud to help them grow even faster than I did, having to grow up and just go with it.
Based on yesterday's game, we need to challenge.
The JV team has had a few games so far. Like I said, at this point I just care about their skill building and if they're improving in the game. And all of these girls, I would say about half of my team, they just touched a ball for the first time this September. And they've all proved immensely. I'm so proud of the people they've become and the soccer players they are now. You can see with every game, every athlete is improving, and I can't wait to see where the season ends up.
We're 5-3-1 right now. We are tied for the inter-league. I anticipate us getting in either way. We're going to have a record. Last year we broke all the records. We broke scoring records for this school. We broke the team record. We were 12-5-1, I believe, last year, or thereabouts. Yeah, we did tie with West Boylston. I remember it well. Pretty much. We had them 2-0 all the way through the game. And yesterday we tied Doherty here, and that was a great game, allowing the players to play it out, and they tied us with 5 minutes to go. And my goalkeeper right now is my midfielder who has an injured foot and she can't play midfield, so she's given up her time as goalkeeper. And my best goalkeeper is now the midfielder because I have to put them someplace. The kids play tough all the time. I know that I don't know if we can surpass the record we had last year, but they have an opportunity to do it. They need 8 more wins, and they'll break all the records. Right now they have the tie and the 3 losses. All they have to do is just run the table, and they're totally capable of doing that.
So last year we actually had a really good season. I forget our exact record, but I think we at least had 12 wins. We actually made it to districts for the first time in a long time for Burncoat High School, and that was a great experience. We lost in the first round, but it was an awesome fight. And this year we're hoping to do the same thing. We actually just played Doherty yesterday, and we tied, so we're hoping to come back at them next game. And we want to win inter-high this year, pretty much.
So far this season, right now we're 5-3-1. It feels like it's been a long season already, but we have much to play still. It's been great with we've had 3 games a week, and how tough the girls are to push through with all this bumps, aches, sores, injuries, and we're able to play as a team. We've had missing spots, which we've had to fill, and it's been nice to have girls step in and develop within 2 games. So every game is us growing together, and the team is growing, and we've really proven ourselves. And I'm looking forward to having the whole month of October to be strong as a team. So I'm excited.
We've been doing really good in the season, the beginning. We've improved a lot since the beginning of the season, and I plan to get better and start winning more games.
The season's been going actually really well, and our record's pretty good, and for our expectations, we're hoping to make it to the playoffs, and hopefully, I think we have a good shot at inter-high. So
I think the season's gone pretty good. I think we've definitely improved since the first game, and it's just getting better. And I think everyone's learning what to do and how to talk to each other, and switching and stuff. And I think that we're gonna make playoffs. I think we're set to do that. So we'll work our butts off, and yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely had a lot of challenges this year. Not only just teams, but a lot of us are injured and are trying to work through that. And some of us have long-term injuries, others are short-term. And it's just been really tough on all of us, because then we have to prepare mentally a little more than you normally would have. And being in high school, you get put down a lot when your team loses,
Yeah.
which can put you down and also raise you up at the same time. So it's really important to have everyone there on the same page and make sure everyone's spirits are at their highest before every game and at every practice, so that we know that we're confident enough to play.
All we need is somebody to lean on.
Okay, you guys go get pennies.
I swear to God, every practice I always have a penny.
All we need is somebody to lean on. All we need is somebody to lean on. All we need is somebody to lean All we need is somebody to lean
What they get is the socialization and being able to build a team building. They'll be able to build, business-wise, they're going to be able to do anything that they want to do within the business, to be able to build from the ground up. And they also can recognize that what you first see isn't exactly what it's going to be like as it develops, as it gains experience, as it gains the information and technologies that it needs in order to improve. The skills that they're learning are not life skills when they're on the outside. They act and behave as young women. They've been confronted with various situations which I watch and I see how they handle them, and they handle them like mature young ladies.
So soccer, I think, having been a player myself and realizing what it brings to your life, it's more than just the 70 minutes you spend on the field or the practices. It really builds you for school and for life. It teaches you time management, it teaches you responsibility, it teaches you how to be a team member, it teaches you how to improve individually. It teaches you really any kind of life skill you need to know later on, and I have to say, for me personally, what I learned being a soccer player has helped me tremendously today. So I can't wait to see what these girls learn from me.
It's a great team sport. I love being on a team with my friends pretty much and playing for the win.
My favorite part about soccer is just really working together as a team and like seeing like how like the team can improve and get better.
Our team is really close, so I like being with all my friends.
I like how we're like a family, and it's just like really fun even when we lose and stuff. And like the bus rides are really fun because we just like blast music and turn up, you know.
I needed somebody to lean on.